long hiatus. Finally, here is part 3 of how to run a Hornby live steam. I noticed that in the last video the whistle blew but it never started. So let me continue on from where I left off. The difference is I am now using a handheld iPhone 4, so it should be nice high definition and everything. So as you can see, that's the safety valve blowing off, so this girl's ready to go, and I've already warmed it up. So this is what I didn't show you last time. Here's the controller. When I mentioned jogging, this is the jogging that I mentioned. Jog once, jog twice. I'll just get it going. So 3 times, 4 times. And while I'm doing that, you can see here in the cab of the engine, that red light's flashing. And when it's red, it means it's stopped. Well, when it's green, it means the valve gear is set to go in a direction, either forwards or backwards. And as you can see, it just went green. So I'll continue jogging and jogging until it moves. And jogging and jogging. There it goes. Don't be afraid to give it a bit of a push, especially if it's been sitting for a while. There might be water in the cylinders. Hear that? Off she goes. I didn't do any jogging, I just sat and waited. And as you can probably hear, there's still a little bit of water in the cylinders, but they're running nicely now. Oh, slowing down because I've got a fair bit of weight on it. See, there's 5 carriages. These Hornby carriages don't roll as well as a lot of American rolling stock, so there's a fair bit of drag on this, which is a good thing because it prevents it from running away. Which is why I haven't run it for some time now. If you notice, if you haven't already noticed, I now have clear plastic around the layout. I installed clear plastic on the layout because this little guy wanted to leave this earth. Well, this representation of it anyway. So I vowed not to run this again until I've got safety walls in place to prevent it falling. And as you can see, if you look carefully, one of the front bumpers is missing because its last foray into the great yonder eliminated that bumper. So, oops, sorry. And if you may notice, there's another one. No, you're not seeing double. This is a DC version. Again, made by Hornby, electric. And this is an even older Hornby of an A4. This is a Golden Fleece dating back to the mid-1950s, for the model, that is. So it's quite an old model. Anyway, back to this guy. He's chuffing along quite happily. I keep banging into that barrier too, so sorry about that. So let's stop it and take several revolutions of this layout. Stop it. So to do so, you jog occasionally. Now listen carefully and you'll hear, just slow down a little bit. As you can see, it's slowing down. Well, you probably can't. See the green lights flashing? That means that the command is reaching it. So let me try and stop it in front of the hello station. No, okay, there we go. As you can see, it's turned red, the cab light. So if I continue the whistle, goes into reverse if I keep going, and then forwards again, you get the whistle, and off we go. Oh boy. But be careful about when that happens because it can run away from you. Luckily this old girl's running well and she's running smoothly. And she did some repairs on her, which I'll deal with in the future because it's very technical. And I can go through the care and maintenance of this little guy, girl, whatever, in future episodes. But anyway, that's what was missing last time, the jogging. I spoke of it, and in part 2, but you guys never actually saw it. As you can see, it's finally up and running again. I've since moved house, done a whole bunch of stuff. Things have changed a lot. So that's why the delay, folks. Sorry about that. So anyway, as I was saying, one jogs, like so. There's a couple other things I've learned since my last episode, since our last communication. Namely, the control circuit, the way the valve system is controlled by the steam for the steam engine is electrically, as you know. But the way it does it is it drops it below 9 volts DC, from what I can Google. Somebody put a scope on it or something. So I kind of figured that if the controller is on superheat, which is position number 4, there, that means that the voltage there is going to be the highest possible, which means it is going to be very unlikely, or more unlikely, for it to run away. Watch what happens when I jog it. See how the voltage drops down to 0 and back up to around 10 and back down to 0 again. Let me try and focus on this again. There we go. Watch it drop down to 0, flicker, and then back up. Now that little flicker, there it is again. Actually doesn't even reach 5, does it? That little flicker, that, I better slow it down. That little flicker is the command that goes down to the loco every time you jog it. So I figured if I have it on a lower voltage, and like when I turn this down here to simmer, you see how that's slightly lower? There's more chance of connectivity issues, bad connections and so forth, making the damn thing go out of control. Which is why safety fence. And there she goes. So let me slow it down and bring it to a stop, see if I can do that in front of the station again. I'm jogging in the reverse direction, and as you can see, eventually it stops. Jog once more, jog again, and stop. Let's make the whistle go. And then jog it forwards until the red light turns green. There we go. Alright, well, that's it for this one. I hope you guys like it, especially Dylan. I've got to email that guy and tell him I finally updated. Oh, and by the way, yes, this is an American designed layout, which is a different scale, which is HO instead of 00. So this locomotive looks rather large in scale with the rest of it because it is a different scale. Suffice to say, the track still works. The track's like an English track, but never mind. So I guess part 4 will probably be more technical. Leave me a note if you need more details, and if you want to see how to care and maintain it, because they are very high maintenance. I had to do some serious work on this little guy, especially after it flies off the track. But I'm in the market for a Flying Scotsman. I keep looking at eBay. So if you hear of any Flying Scotsman live steamer that hasn't been run, they don't make these anymore. In answer to somebody's question, how much was it? Well, it was about, I can't remember now, $400 or $500, I think. But on eBay, God knows, depends on how much they want to sell it for and what the market bears, because they don't make them anymore. Anyway, oh boy, it's still on superheat. Better turn it off. Hasn't done that before. Anyway, talk to you later. Hopefully this guy isn't going to blow up in the face. And as I say, leave me a link, and encouragement is welcome, because if nobody watches this, there's no point, is there?